What's good, everybody? Back again with another YouTube video for Baddies in Vegas. In case you don't already know, my name is Vegas Villain. I run this page with my lady, Baddie Bets. And if you aren't already, definitely make sure you subscribe to our Dub Club, man, where we consistently drop all different types of plays with the best values, whether it be for NBA, NFL, WNBA, and MLB. You can find all of our plays over in our Dub Club as well as our Discord, man, where as you can see, man, people are cashing out on a consistent basis. And who don't like to cash out? Now, also, if you aren't already, before we forget, make sure you actually give me and Baddie a follow too, as well. As you can see over on Twitter, where you can constantly interact with us about not only some of the plays that we put out, but also the props that we put out, whether that be on our TikTok as well as on our YouTube too as well. Definitely make sure you check that out and hit us up, man, if you have any questions for sure. But we all know why you guys are here, man. Let's hop straight over into some of the plays that we pretty much like for week one for NFL season, man. So without further ado, man, hopping straight into it. And before we actually get into it, one more thing. If you aren't already signed up over on Underdog, please make sure you use our code BADDIESINVEGAS for up to a $100 deposit match over on Underdog. That's Baddies in Vegas, man. Use the code and tap in with us, man. So the first play that we definitely want to get into for week one that we are absolutely loving on the board right now is Derek Carr over 232.5 passing yards, man. We're going with the over right here, man. I absolutely love this line right here, especially at home against the Tennessee Titans. If you know anything about not only the situation that Derek Carr is in, but also the Tennessee Titans, I mean, this line right here is just absolutely easy money for Derek Carr. But let's start with some of the simple things that Derek Carr has in front of him and why he's going to go over this line. So Derek Carr obviously relocated to the New Orleans Saints, and he has all these different weapons, whether that be Jamal Williams, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, Jawan Johnson, and old Jimmy Graham, you name it. He has all these different weapons. And he's also going to have Alvin Kamara after the suspension. But for week one, man, it's not even going to matter. He's still going to be able to go over this line with ease. Not to mention, I love the fact that he's reunited with not only his head coach and Dennis Allen, but also Pete Carmichael, the offensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints, who helped Drew Brees. If you know anything about Drew Brees and Pete Carmichael, Drew Brees is the same guy who used to put up all those 4,000-yard seasons over and over and over and over. So now that Derek Carr is in that system right there, I absolutely expect a career year from Derek Carr in this offense, man. They're going to absolutely kill the Titans on Sunday. For week one, man, we're absolutely loving this line, especially at home, man. He's going to go over this line with ease. Now, if you wanted a little bit more evidence on why we think Derek Carr is going to absolutely smash his line right here, let's just scroll over here to NFL.com, man. Now, as you can see right here, and I already have it toggled out right here, the Tennessee Titans actually gave up the most passing yards for their secondary. Their pass defense was absolutely horrible, man. They gave up the most passing yards in the league last year, man. Absolutely ridiculous. And even if you look at the offseason, whether it be the draft or free agency, they didn't really address too much in the secondary to be able to improve. And now that Derek Carr, like I said before, has those weapons at his disposal, we absolutely expect Derek Carr to be able to crush that 232.5 passing yards, man. Easy money, man. Definitely take the over for Derek Carr, man. Now, moving on to our second prop. I absolutely love this one right here. I know people are a little bit skeptical here, but just stick with us here. I absolutely love Mike Evans over 58.5 receiving yards, man. Mike Evans is absolutely going to get his touches and his targets. I know a lot of people are pretty much skeptical about the whole Baker Mayfield thing. And trust me, I get it. I get it. Baker Mayfield definitely isn't the greatest quarterback. But Mike Evans has definitely had worse under center throwing the ball to him. And I think if I'm not mistaken, if he gets, 1,000 yards this season, I think that'll make 10 seasons in a row. So I definitely know that he definitely wants those touches to be able to cover this yards. But not only that, man, the reason why I believe that he's going to be able to cover these yards easily, with it being such a low volume for receiving yards for week 1 to be able to cover. Once again, if we look over at for NFL.com, you can see once again the Minnesota Vikings are also up there, right? Their secondary is not as good. Mike Evans will be able to take advantage of this secondary and do what he wants. As long as Baker Mayfield does not turn this ball over and really put the Buccaneers in a position to where Mike Evans just can't win, or at least just have an opportunity, Mike Evans should be able to cover, like we said, that 58.5 receiving yards right here, pretty much against that secondary. Not to mention, week 1, I do love the fact that it won't just be him out there. Usually Chris Godwin is hurt, but he's healthy too as well. So he'll have some pieces. That way he can get those one-on-one matchups to be able to cover this line with ease, man. I absolutely think, especially just because they gave up the most passing yards, the second most passing yards, that is, the Minnesota Vikings secondary. I think Mike Evans is definitely going to be able to cover this line with ease, man. Over 58.5 receiving yards, man. I would absolutely lock this in if I were you, man. Mike Evans is absolutely going to crush this right here, man. But as we all know, man, once this bad boy cashes out, definitely make sure that not only you leave a comment for us too as well, letting us know that you cashed out, whether that be on the YouTube page, but also over on our Twitter and our Discord. We love engaging with you guys, man, and we definitely going to make sure that we drop even more picks too as well as the season progresses. Once again, if you aren't already signed up for our underdog, definitely make sure you use our code BADDIESINVEGAS for up to a $100 deposit match. And once again, if you want more winning plays like this, definitely make sure you subscribe over to our Dub Club as well as over to our Discord too as well to get all of our winning plays, man. Without further ado, man, let's cash out. Peace.